Start now then, Alan.
Yeah.
What do you see? Is it on this monitor?
Mm.
Oh, yeah. Wakefield Trinity then set for their final game of the season, in which they've retained their first division status against Halifax, who are doomed to Division 2 football next season. Trinity to kick off here on a sunny day at Thrum Hall. Mark Conway with the kick downfield. And Halifax in possession with their second row forward, Richard Fairbank. Tackle that time by Johnny Thompson, the benefit hooker. Kicked off a bit early here at Thrum Hall. The crowd very good for a side that's doomed to Division 2 next season. Halifax in possession with Brendan Hill. Knee strapping on for a gash he got against Leeds on Easter Monday, but Trinity obviously forced on the defensive in these opening stages. Halifax with Colin Whitfield. He'll put the big kick downfield towards Kevin Harkin, the fullback. Lets it bounce, fatal, but it could drift dead if he allows it to. But is it going to go? Yes. And so that'll be a tap on the Wakefield Trinity 25. Trinity, as I say, with an outside chance of a top 8 place, but the top and bottom of that is that they've got to win today and then hope the results go against them. It's too complicated to even contemplate, as Lazenby makes a break for Trinity in these opening stages of the game. Tackle there by Roy Dickinson, former Leeds and Great Britain under-21 international, also played twice for Great Britain. Gary Price, another under-21 international there in the possession, tackle by Hill. And Trinity working the ball through the captain there, Keith Rain. He's dumped unceremoniously there by Seamus McCallion. Nigel Bell acting half-back. He's got his second row forwards out wide, but he gives it to Mark Conway to put the kick downfield. It's not very far. He's kicking into the teeth of a strong wind, fielded by Scott Wilson for Halifax, and he comes across into a tackle by Wakefield Trinity's Supporters Club Player of the Year, Nigel Bell. Whitfield then at number 4 for Halifax. He gets the pass away, but he's lost possession, and Bell has it now. Gets the pass away to Andy Kelly. Try score last week against St Helens, of course. Andy was back after a long injury. Absence, Phil Eden. He got a vital try in the victory at Bradford Northern, which virtually ensured survival in Division 1. But Mark Conway now gets an inside ball to John Glancy, one of the discoveries of this season, signed from Sheffield Eagles in the summer. Nigel Bell to Mark Conway. Long pass misses out. Price gets it to Rain, he gives it to Lazenby, and Lazenby finds Phil Fox, but the tackler's coming in. Halifax obviously want to leave the First Division and leave Thrum Hall First Division football with a victory. Luluai tackle there by Dick Fairbank, one of 5 brothers in rugby league, of course. Mark Conway with the kick downfield, and that's gone towards the touchline, but it's gone out on the full, and so that's going to be a turnover, and Halifax with a chance to spin the ball inside their own half. Not had a very happy season, Halifax, of course. Wembley finalists last year, cup winners the previous year, and champions in 1985-86. They've only won 4 home games and drawn 1. This is their last, of course. Les Holiday in possession, drives to the halfway line. Trinity's away record not much better than Halifax's home record. They've won 3 and lost 9 of their matches in Division 1 away from home. But Colin Whitfield into his stride there. He's got support on the outside, and there's good support play. Tony Anderson couldn't hold the final pass from Hutchinson. Steve Smith had made a good link there from full back. That was good football by the home side, really split Trinity, but the last pass from Hutchinson to Anderson, not a very good one, and the captain, the Australian captain, couldn't hold the ball, and the chance goes begging. That's the way things go when you're struggling at the foot of the table. Nigel Bell then plays the ball to John Thompson. He'll drive it into a tackle there from Peter Bell and Les Holiday. Trinity moving the blind side. Glancy into a 2-man tackle. Glorious afternoon for football, this one. Bell to Mark Conway. Out it comes to Gary Price, and Price is into his stride. Good impressive run on this by the second row forward. John Lyons, a former Trinity player, coming across to cut him off there. But Phil Fox in possession now to Luluai, Mark Conway, Thompson. The ball goes to Eden. Eden hands off his opposite number, Whitfield. Gets the pass away to the veteran Andy Fletcher. He sidesteps outside Eddie Riddlesden. Good start to the game from Trinity, actually. They've weathered the storm well. Mark Conway, long pass to Keith Rain. He's got Gary Price on the outside again. He's made a good start. Gets the ball away to Lazenby. Lazenby tackled by the Halifax number 3, Rob Hutchinson. The ball coming to Phil Fox. And the kick downfield by Mark Conway. Finding touch right in the corner of this pitch. Good kick by Mark Conway. And Trinity with the pressure on the Halifax line then, having almost conceded a try in the opening stages to Tony Anderson. Halifax feed, of course, John Lyons, ex-Trinity, ex-Leeds. And the penalty goes to the home side. Referee Mr. Steele from Dalton, in fairness, indicating that there was a headbutt possibly in the packing down there, and so Halifax have got the kick for touch here, and the fine touch. Moving the ball with Roy Dickinson. A good strong ankle tackle there by John Glancy. Copybook stuff there. Brendan Hill, 2 former Leeds props, of course, in the Halifax front row here. Brendan Hill, of course, formerly with Bradford as well. Taps the ball to himself, makes good yardage, bumps off a couple of defenders. McCallion now for Halifax. Into a gap, looking for support. Nobody there. The tackle from Bell. Plays the ball now to John Lyons. Lyons to Holiday. Holiday spins the ball wide to Dick Fairbank. Fairbank tackled by Lazenby. Now it's Les Holiday. Might put the drop kick in, but he puts the high one up instead. And that's Kevin Harcombe there, back for that and fields it well for his tackle by Peter Bell for Halifax. 0-0 then. Been playing about 5-6 minutes of this contest. John Glancy in possession for Trinity. Inside his own 25. Tackled by Tony Anderson. Plays the ball to Bell. Comes to Mark Conway, to John Thompson. Drives into a tackle from Roy Dickinson, but slips a good ball to Andy Kelly. That's the strength of John Thompson. Always liable to unload a pass to his support. Mark Conway to Keith Rain. Oh, that's a bad pass intercepted by Colin Whitfield. He's got Riddlesden outside him, and Halifax into a lead, and Keith Rain, the Trinity captain, will not be happy with that. His pass gave Whitfield a chance to intercept, and the wingman Eddie Riddlesden has opened the try scoring for Halifax in the 6th minute. And Halifax have threatened that, it must be said, but Keith Rain there will not be pleased with that. He gave the try away, really. Eddie Riddlesden, who's just got back into the side since Alan Hardesty succeeded Ross Strudwick as coach here, and he certainly made the most of that chance, a gift. And Steve Smith now, the goal kicker, the fullback, might just add the goal points as well. It's pulled it wide, unfortunately, for the home side, so the scoreline remains 4-0 to Halifax. Try scorer Eddie Riddlesden. Trinity with the kick-off then downfield towards the Roy Dickinson in possession. Halifax trying to keep the ball alive, obviously. Halifax conceding the penalty, and Trinity with a chance to keep the pressure on Halifax. Kevin Harcombe finds touch on the far side here at Thrum Hall. Trinity trailing 4-0, looking for a place in the top 8, as we said, but secure of their First Division future next season. The ball with the centre Phil Eden. Tackle coming in there from Dick Fairbank. Inside the Halifax 25, Mark Conway, the danger man of late for Trinity. Tackle that time by, again, Dick Fairbank. Trinity not moving the ball quickly enough. Thompson now to Keith Rain, the man who gave the try away, having a nightmare start to this game. The ball fielded that time by Gary Price, Great Britain under 21 international. Plays the ball to Bell, it'll come the short side. Bell dummies and goes himself inside the Halifax quarter line, tackled by Peter Bell. 4-0 to the home side as Halifax defend here against the Wakefield Trinity side. Mark Conway with a long pass, that's gone behind his support players. Picked up this time by Kevin Harkham, and Harkham goes back where it's come from into a strong tackle. Mark Conway with the kick, it's high, it's drifting obviously in the wind. There's 2 or 3 Halifax defenders there, and one of them is Brendan Hill, who fields that ball and then submerged by the tackle of Lazenby, Fletcher and Eden. Halifax with Whitfield now, the man who made that interception and put Riddlesden in for the try. John Lyons, Les Holiday hands off a man into a tackle from Glancy. Johnny Lyons plays the ball, in fact he kicks downfield. Kevin Harkham's got to turn and chase, and that's going to beat him. He's found touch right in the Wakefield Trinity 25. And that's a good kick downfield by John Lyons, ex-Wakefield Trinity player. So Trinity will have the feed at this scrum then. Mark Conway with the feed, puts the ball in. Comes out. But the Wakefield Trinity defence was in complete disarray there from that scrum. And Halifax have got possession with Dick Fairbank, and it's Holiday now to Hill. And this is real danger for Trinity. Brendan Hill's gone through the tackle of Lazenby. Tackled from behind by Bell, but this is Halifax on the boil here. Holiday, short pass to Dickinson. Dickinson gets one out of the tackle there. A good tackling by Wakefield, but this is real pressure from Halifax. Looking to increase the 4-0 lead. Lions dummies, goes from acting half, driven back by Lazenby and Eden. And losing possession, did he? Yes, said the referee. Scrum down. Well, Halifax were bitterly upset at losing 27-10 at Bellevue, and they really feel they've got a point to prove this afternoon. Looking to do just that, leading by 4-0 and looking not to be further in front, really. They've missed one golden opportunity and piling the pressure on there. But Mark Conway with the feed at this scrum. They've lost 2 against the head Wakefield already. Mr. Steele not happy with the state of affairs at that scrum, and he gives Mark Conway a second bite at the cherry here. And the penalty in fact goes to Wakefield Trinity for loose arm in the scrum by the Halifax hooker Seamus McCallion. Chance then for Trinity to relieve pressure on their line. Kevin Harkham with the kick for touch. And he finds touch and relieves the pressure on that Wakefield Trinity line. Trailing Halifax here 4-0. They won here on the last visit in 1987 when they did a double over Halifax in double quick time. They're trying to do exactly the same this season and trying also to improve an away record which shows just 3 victories. Glancy did well to hold that pass, but Bell has it now and he gives it to Mark Conway. An inside ball to Andy Kelly. Andy Kelly just regaining the fitness which obviously he lacked after that long injury absence. But Mark Conway now to Gary Price, did well to take that ball and goes inside Les Holiday. Tacklers coming in left, right and centre, he's looking for support. And Gary Price almost on the halfway line. Luluai to Mark Conway. Mark Conway with a dummy, through the gap he goes. Oh, he could have given the pass to Luluai and then he lost possession. Mark Conway made the break, did all he should have done there, but then when the pass should have gone to Luluai, he held on a fraction too long and the chance was gone. And so Halifax will have the feed at this scrum, and it's John Lyons who gives the ball to Les Holiday. Hutchinson, the centre, he's been in the side most of the season, a teenager, tackled by Luluai. Holiday now to Fairbank, and Fairbank into a tackle from John Thompson, 10 yards inside the Halifax half. Halifax leading Trinity 4-0 as Les Holiday has it, gives the pass to Bell, and Bell into a tackle from Lazenby. Wakefield trying to keep this Halifax side pending their own half. McCallion to Lyons. Tony Anderson at standoff. That was a loose pass, almost intercepted by Luluai, but it's beaten him and Hutchinson's into his stride. The tackle coming across from Mark Conway, he's missed him. Hutchinson's lobbed inside pass there. Tony Anderson kicks it on. There'll be an offside if Whitfield touches it. Fletcher did well, it's bubbling all over, but Bell's got it now and he's shrugged off a high tackle from Steve Smith. Another chance there for Halifax. wasted as John Thompson comes forward into the tackle of Rob Hutchinson inside his own 25. Trinity certainly living dangerously here at Thrum Hall as John Glancy has it now. The tackle from big Roy Dickinson there. Bell to Mark Conway. Gary Price running well this afternoon so far, but certainly the Halifax tacklers know who to mark now, and they're really keeping a stern eye on him. Been playing almost a quarter of an hour, and the home side with that 4-0 lead given to them by that try in the 7th minute from Eddie Riddlesden. The kick by Lazenby is a loose one. Luluai leaps for it. It touches Luluai and goes back to Nigel Bell. Hands off Rob Hutchinson. The referee gives 5th tackle. Well, that's quite a surprise, and Trinity moving the ball now with Fox to Luluai, and the kick downfield taken by John Lyons, and he's met simultaneously by James Luluai, who's just been offered a new contract for Trinity, another 1-year deal. Eddie Riddlesden in possession now, the try scorer for Halifax. Tackle by Lazenby, just 3 yards inside his own half. Plays the ball to Tony Anderson. Les Holliday to Dickinson. Good support play by Halifax. They appear to be in much better form than they have been of late. Halifax as Les Holliday goes through a gap, gets an inside ball to John Lyons. Lyons inside the Halifax quarter, the Wakefield quarter, tackled by Andy Fletcher, but it's all Halifax here. Brendan Hill lobs a pass out to McCallion. The tackle from Harkham saves the line for Trinity. 5th tackle though. There'll be a kick surely here. Riddlesden to Whitfield, puts the grubber in. It's going to go dead, is it? Yes. And again, Trinity hanging on by their fingernails here in this league match at Thrum Hall. Still trailing 4-0, but it could have been so much worse. Andy Kelly now in possession. Takes the pass from Mark Conway and goes through. Makes about 15 yards, plays the ball to Conway, and Conway finds a gap as well. Mark Conway's through. Dummies. Got men on the outside in Luluai, but he won't pass. He does now to Price, but Price was marked when he took the ball. Steve Smith on him. 6 more tackles, says the referee. Bell now for Trinity to Thompson. Goes driving into that tackle from Peter Bell. Now it's Nigel Bell for Trinity. Keith Rain out to Lazenby. Lazenby comes back in field, away from the action. Back and through a gap, looking for support. The tackle by Roy Dickinson. 30 yards from the Halifax line. It's Nigel Bell to Thompson. Thompson's got men outside him in Glancy. Glancy's through a gap. Got men on the outside him. Phil Fox is going to score for Trinity. That's a try for Trinity. Back on level terms here, some 17 minutes into the game. And the try scorer is Phil Fox. Phil Fox's 8th try of the season. And that's an injury hit season as well. It's only his 13th game of the season, but what a vital try that one is. And Trinity have been under so much pressure in this game. Really could have been 10 or 12 or even worse down in this game, are back on level terms at 4-all. And that was a good break by John Glancy, who made the opening, went through it, and the pass was a good one to Phil Fox, and Fox gets a very, very vital try for Trinity on 17 minutes. Mark Conway then with this kick. In fact, it's Kevin Harkham, sorry. Kicked 4 in the victory over St Helens. Well within his capabilities, this one. The wind's blowing into his face though, and he's pulled it wide. Kevin Harkham. 46 goals this season. He needs 4 for the half century, but it's 4-all here at Thrum Hall, and Wakefield Trinity back in a contest that they've really never been in up until this point. Halifax with the kick-off. Steve Smith will take the kick-off. Wakefield Trinity must be delighted to be on level terms here, having sustained so much pressure. Nigel Bell going forward almost to the Halifax 25. John Thompson acting halfback, gives the ball to Eden. Eden looking for support on the outside. James Luluai was there, but he came back inside and met the tackle from Colin Whitfield. Just 5 yards outside his own quarter line. The ball with Glancy. Glancy knocks off the Halifax second row forward, Dick Fairbank. Plays the ball to Thompson. Mark Conway will put the kick downfield over the head of Steve Smith, making him turn and chase, giving the Trinity chasers a chance to put pressure on the Halifax fullback, which they do. The chase has been a good one by Mark Conway himself, and Nigel Bell's there and he makes the tackle. just outside the Halifax quarter line. Rob Hutchinson, the centre. 4-4 here at Thrum Hall. Halifax doomed to relegation. Trinity looking to make it 4 successive victories at the end of the season for them. McCallion acting half-back, gives the ball short to Brendan Hill. He's caused damage already, looking for support. If he got the pass away, there was trouble for Trinity, but he didn't. Brendan Hill plays the ball to himself, goes into a tackle from Kelly, but he's been penalised for offside there, Andy Kelly. I think many in the crowd thought that he'd penalised Brendan Hill for playing the ball to himself, but there was no marker there, so that was quite legitimate. And the referee gives the penalty for offside. And Steve Smith declines to kick for goal. He keeps the pressure on the Trinity line with a kick for touch at the corner flag there. Plays the ball to Riddlesden. Riddlesden through the tackle of Glancy. Andy Kelly's having trouble holding him as well. About 3-4 yards from the Wakefield Trinity line here. Halifax. McCallion now to Dickinson. And Dickinson drives for that line, but again 2 yards out. Tackle from Andy Kelly. McCallion to Lyons. Lyons to Holiday, to Brendan Hill. It's intricate stuff, but it's not getting them very far. And McCallion's again there acting half-back. Holiday slipped a short pass. It's a try. Halifax have got the try, and it's Dick Fairbank who's got it. A leap of joy there from the second row forward. Slip pass from Les Holiday. That's what Les Holiday is famous for, of course, his ability to unload a pass in the tightest of situations. He's done that there, and Halifax have regained the lead here on 21 minutes. 4 minutes after Phil Fox's try, the back in front. And the try scorer is Fairbank. Les Holiday with the pass. And 8 points to 4 now to Halifax, with a chance at goal here for Steve Smith. It's very angled, it's quite a difficult kick, this one. But Wakefield will be annoyed to have lost what they'd worked so hard to get back on level terms with there. Steve Smith now coming round the corner style. The flags stay down, and it's 8 points to 4 still for Halifax. 2 tries to 1. No goals yet in this contest. Lazenby then with a kick-off for Trinity, downfield towards the Halifax line, fielded by the winger Scott Wilson. He's played in the second row, this lad, this season. He's a real gutsy competitor, back in his favourite position of wing now. Former Brighouse Rangers player. The ball comes to Lyons. Lyons gives it to Peter Bell, and Bell dumped in the tackle there by Gary Price. It's Brendan Hill. He's causing problems. Trinity have got to get to grips with him to stay in this contest, as McCallion now has it from acting half-back. He's been lively too, and looks for support on the outside, but he's tackled by Kevin Harkham. Colin Whitfield kicks downfield towards this left touchline. Phil Fox is there, experienced winger, of course, Phil Fox, and he comes forward. But he's tackled that time by Scott Wilson. And now it's James Lulai into a tackle there from Scott Wilson. Tony Anderson's there as well. Phil Fox in possession, gives the ball to Glancy. Glancy trying to take it to the halfway line, but the tackle from Peter Bell, the second row forward. Mark Conway to Keith Rain. Keith Rain, support on the outside. Oh, he slipped another bad pass there, and it's gone to Halifax hands again. The ball retrieved by Seamus McCallion as Gary Price is down injured here. We've got Halifax on the run again. John Lyons, it was a high tackle. I don't think it was malicious, but it was high. And John Thompson's in trouble here with the referee, Mr. Steele. John Lyons and John Thompson, former teammates, of course, at Bellevue. And he gives him a warning. He pulls his captain in as well, Keith Rain. And obviously it's a stern warning for John Thompson. I think the referee's making a bit of a meal of that, but it wasn't... But the penalty's gone to Halifax, and Steve Smith, I think, will kick for goal here try and increase this 8 points to 4 lead they have. Gary Price having treatment down here with an injured ankle. It could be a substitution for Wakefield Trinity, we don't know. We've got 2 subs on the bench obviously, and Billy Conway and Gary Haggerty. Both can play in the pack. But I think Gary Price is going to soldier on yet. Steve Smith then with his penalty goal attempt. That's his first successful one out of 3 attempts. Halifax increased their lead here to 10 points to 4 on 24 minutes. Halifax 10, Trinity 4. But obviously Halifax with the wind in their favour at this stage. The kick downfield by Lazenby. Fielded for Halifax again by Scott Wilson. Tackle by John Thompson. And this is where Wakefield have got to try and hold them, because the play has been almost exclusively in the Wakefield half this first 25 minutes or so. Dick Fairbank to McCallion. Gets the ball away to Holiday. Again a good pass, but well taken as well by Roy Dickinson. Surely was held in that tackle. The referee says no, and Tony Anderson's into his stride here. The Australian, wrong foot, Harkin, the pass to Riddlesden. Could be a try. He didn't ground the ball. Failed to ground the ball, Eddie Riddlesden, and he must know that as well. Clearly lost the ball in the act of diving for that try there, Eddie Riddlesden. And that was a crucial tackle, or a half stop there from Mark Conway. And Trinity quickly take the tap with John Thompson. But there again, Halifax blowing a chance, a good chance as well. Anderson made the break. The support from Eddie Riddlesden. Here's Lulai now for Wakefield. Pushes the referee out of the way. Gets to halfway. Pushed the referee and John Lyons away there, James Lulai. And plays the ball now to Thompson, to Conway. Good football this. Rain to Gary Price. And Trinity really do look impressive when they move that ball. That's what they've got to try and keep doing. Mark Conway to Eden. Harkham's outside him, he's got Fletcher on his outside as well. Harkham sidestepping left and then right, coming back on the outside, but the tackle from Riddlesden, and will still be kicking himself for losing that try-scoring chance. Mark Conway then with a kick downfield towards the corner flag, but it won't go. It might drift dead. Steve Smith's going to have to run this, I think, yes. Got to run the ball, and Fletcher's there with a high tackle. Keeping the pressure on Halifax, who lead Wakefield Trinity here. 10 points to 4 after some 27 minutes of this first division fixture. McCallion gets the ball away to Bell, and Bell's into a tackle from his namesake Nigel Bell there for Trinity. Peter Bell to John Lyons, and Lyons again with the kick downfield, but Phil Fox is well positioned, so too is Kevin Harkham. Fox is back for that one, and he fields the ball. He takes an age to pick the ball up, but he comes now. The try score of course for Wakefield, but he's tackled by John Lyons there. Plays the ball to Harkham, onto Luluai. He comes forward into a tackle from Dick Fairbank. Still 10-4 to Halifax, and Nigel Bell, short pass to John Thompson, back to Luluai. This is better from Wakefield, and Luluai looking for a gap, but there is none there. And Halifax tackling tigerishly for a side whose fate is already sealed this season. Thompson to Conway, but he was under pressure, has to jink across field. That could be a crucial tackle there from Roy Dickinson on his former Leeds teammate, but the ball back now from Bell to Lazenby. He'll have to kick, runs it instead, and then chips over the top. Got to get a good bounce, no, and that's fielded by Hutchinson, and he almost gave the pass, and that's what Lazenby was hanging back for there. He was trying to get an intercept, but the pass didn't come from Hutchinson, and now it's Holiday in possession for Halifax. Plays the ball to Scott Wilson. Wilson to John Lyons. Lyons with a pass to Tony Anderson, but Wakefield now have tightened up round that middle of the field. Whitfield, dummies. Eden was there for the intercept, and there's Fletcher with an interception for Wakefield Trinity, but the support lacking, and the tackle from Whitfield a good one. But here we have Wakefield now on the attack. Conway to Lazenby, long pass. It was a very foolish pass, really, too ambitious. Missed three attackers out when there was no need for it, and Gary Price couldn't hold it, and the chance has gone begging. Making too many errors, Wakefield, in this game so far. Wilson to Holiday, to Lyons, Dickinson, inside pass there to Bell. Glancy and John Thompson stop the second row forward right on the halfway line. McCallion to Brendan Hill. Brendan Hill's causing damage every time he almost touches the ball. It appeared to lose that one there, but the referee said no, and McCallion has it now, gives it to Whitfield. Whitfield delays a pass, then slips one out to Anderson. It comes back to Steve Smith. Halifax keeping the ball alive. Smith, a very awkward customer, gets the pass away to Holiday. And Holiday again standing and unloading, gets the pass back to Tony Anderson. This is good from Halifax. Lyons to Bell. And Bell just outside the Wakefield 25 on the 5th tackle. There could be a kick on here. McCallion, he puts the high one up. Harcomb's back. Under pressure, he takes it well. Under pressure from 2 Halifax defenders there. Dick Fairbank was there. Plays the ball now to Luluai. He'll run the ball. Crossfield towards the touchline side. He plays the ball to Fox, and offside against Halifax. A chance for Trinity to relieve the pressure again on their line. Been played 31 minutes here at Thrum Hall, and it's 10 points to 4 for the home side. Nigel Bell then takes the tap penalty. Comes to Keith Rain. Rain to Glancy. Into a tackle from Dick Fairbank. 8 yards inside Wakefield Trinity's half. Nigel Bell to Mark Conway. John Thompson. And Wakefield warming up their substitute here. As Lazenby has possession. Loses it. Gary Haggerty, the man who's coming on the field. Les Holiday in possession for Halifax, having a great game. Another intercept though, that time by Fletcher. He couldn't hold it, but he did knock down the chance. And Wakefield Trinity are going to replace, I think it's Phil Eden, with Gary Haggerty. Number 4 certainly being held. Gary Haggerty, in fact, Phil Eden is off the field already at the moment, and Trinity trying to get a substitute on. Holiday now with Henderson. This is good football from Halifax. Smith keeping the ball moving, but John Lyons and Smith went for the same ball, and the ball went to ground, but that was a golden opportunity again there for the home side. And so we've got another scrum down midway between Trinity's 25 and the halfway line. Still trying to get this substitute on the field. Seems silly to be playing with 12. Penalty to Halifax for again use of the head as they pack down, and this time we've got Phil Eden coming back on. Phil Eden's on the field, and for Trinity back on the field, and Steve Smith with a kick for touch on this near side. McCallion gets the pass to Holiday, back it comes to Lyons with Tony Anderson coming on the boil here. Tackle from Keith Rain. And Halifax here setting up another attack with a second row for Peter Bell. McCallion acting half, gives it to Holiday, inside ball to John Lyons, but he put it down. Well, if Halifax lose this game, they'll rue this first half because they have missed some chances. But it's Trinity feed at this scrum. 33 minutes gone in this first division contest. 10 points to 4 to Halifax, but a penalty again to Wakefield Trinity. Quickly taken by Mark Conway to Lazenby. He's got Luluai outside him. Gives the ball here to Phil Fox. And Fox with the cover coming across. Mark Conway to Luluai. Knock on given. John Lyons then feeds the scrum, comes out to Halifax and gives it short to Les Holiday. Holiday to his winger, Scott Wilson, who scores the try. Simplicity itself, that one. John Lyons got the ball from a scrum heel, fed Les Holiday, he gave it to Scott Wilson, who went unopposed 25 yards to the line. And it's 14 points to 4 now to Halifax. And Trinity looking in real danger. That try has been imminent for a while. And it's certainly overdue from a Halifax viewpoint, but Trinity will be disgusted to have conceded that one just with half-time approaching. 35 minutes gone here at Thrum Hall. And Halifax have a 14-4 lead. Steve Smith then looking for his second successful goal kick, but he's again pulled it wide. And so the scoreline remains 14-4 to Halifax. It still leaves Trinity a lot to do in the second half, even though they'll have the wind in their favour. Lazenby with his kick-off again. Downfield again, it's fielded by the try scorer Scott Wilson, gives it to Dick Fairbank, and Fairbank comes into a tackle from Andy Kelly. Brendan Hill again standing, looking to unload. John Lyons in possession, now it's Peter Bell, and if Halifax got another try this would really put Trinity in trouble for half-time. McCallion to Steve Smith, a big kick downfield towards right winger Andy Fletcher, but it could drift dead, I think it will, and give Trinity a tap on their own 25-yard line. Trinity in possession again with John Glancy. Plays the ball to Bell. Bell comes the short side, looking for a support on the outside, but nobody there. He's tackled eventually by Tony Anderson. Plays the ball this time to Thompson. Comes to Mark Conway. He gives it to Price. Price now to Andy Kelly. Kelly well stopped that time by Bell. 14 points to 4 for Halifax. Half-time approaching. Conway to Glancy, working a move with Luluai. Price actually involved that time, tackled by Les Holiday, but plays the ball to Luluai. And Luluai gets Andy Fletcher into his stride on that right wing, but he's got a lot to do, and the cover's there. And Eddie Riddlesden makes no mistake that time and tackles him into touch. Scrum down then on the halfway line, fed by John Lyons. Comes out for Halifax. Tony Anderson brings Steve Smith into the line. Halifax obviously growing in confidence. Looking for an overdue win. They've lost 4 on the trot since beating Salford here. John Lyons, Les Holiday, inside ball to Anderson. Anderson gets the ball away to Bell. Bell's got support on the outside. McCallion's there. Kevin Harkin makes the tackle, but again, good football from Halifax. John Lyons, Holiday, Tony Anderson, Whitfield's on the line, and back to Anderson. Anderson's causing problems now for Trinity, and this is Les Holiday. Inside ball to Whitfield. That's another try for Halifax. 18 points to 4. Superb football by the home side. And Trinity cut to ribbons there. And the try scorer, Colin Whitfield. That's the 4th home try. Right on the stroke of half-time, that one, 39 minutes gone. Well, maybe Wakefield Trinity have given their all in staying in the first division and they just haven't anything left, but that's a goal from Steve Smith as well, and the half-time score looks like being 20 points to 4. Halifax getting a much deserved ovation from their supporters, their loyal supporters who've followed them to the bitter end despite the fact that they'll be in Division 2 next season, and really deserving that ovation there for good football. Holiday, Anderson, the men carving Trinity up and down the middle, the try scorer Colin Whitfield. And again Scott Wilson's there for that kick, traps it with his foot, it bounces awkwardly away from him but he gets it eventually, doesn't give the ball to Fairbank, runs it himself, and there is in fact the half-time hooter. Halifax leading 20 points to 4, tries from Riddlesden, Fairbank, Wilson and Whitfield, 2 goals from Steve Smith against a 17th minute try from Phil Fox after a good break by John Glancy, but that's a terrible first half from a Trinity viewpoint. Halifax 20, Wakefield 4. Second half then here at Thrum Hall, and Wakefield Trinity with a substitution, Billy Conway on the field in place of the limping second row forward Gary Price. So Wakefield Trinity with the wind at their backs, but with a 20 points to 4 deficit to erase here if they to end the season on a happy note. 3 successive wins before today, looking for a 4th, but they've really got it all to do now in this second half as Andy Fletcher fields the ball from the kickoff. Tackled by Peter Bell, the second row forward for Halifax. Fletcher plays the ball to Thompson then. And Billy Conway to John Glancy. Roy Dickinson in there over the top. Vastly experienced prop, of course. Billy Conway now to Andy Kelly, and Kelly straightens things up. This is better support on the inside in the shape of Billy Conway. And Billy could make a big difference actually. Here he comes now from acting half. Let's hope his jaw is fully recovered from that tragic injury sustained at Headingley about 4 or 5 weeks ago. Nigel Bell to Mark Conway. Conway's got to get the kick in. Down towards his touchline side here, and it's caught the Halifax defence out and put the pressure back on. Eddie Riddlesden won't be happy with that one. And so Halifax with the feed at this scrum. John Lyons comes out to Anderson, Anderson to Whitfield, and Eden's up on quickly on the former Salford and Wigan centre. Bell on the 25, driven back there by Keith Rain. Plays the ball to John Lyons, and John Lyons to Holiday. Holiday with the inside ball to McCallion. Keith Rain making the tackle, but McCallion's a strong customer, an Irishman, comes from Belfast. Les Holiday with a big kick downfield, and Harcombe's getting back there rather slowly, giving the Halifax chasers something to aim at, and Harcombe in possession now. He's got Fletcher with him, takes the tackle from centre Colin Whitfield just outside his own quarter line, plays the ball now to Fletcher. Fletcher comes but he's tackled by Whitfield. Been playing 2 minutes in the second half. Halifax with that cushion of a 20 points to 4 interval lead. John Thompson in possession. Plays the ball now to Billy Conway. Billy Conway gets the pass out to Keith Rain. Inside ball back to Billy Conway, but it hit him on the ankles, then on the hands, and he knocked it on. And he throws the ball away. John Lyons with the feed. It comes out again to Holiday. They're working well, these two, and he gets the pass in to Tony Anderson. Anderson back to Holiday, back to Lyons. He's lost it. Glancy's picked it up. But again there we saw Halifax with this triangle of Lyons, Holiday and Tony Anderson causing problems for Wakefield Trinity. Almost every time they win a scrum here they cause confusion. Holiday, a real artist at loose forward this afternoon, and the kick by Kevin Harcombe then clearing Trinity's lines, but they must get a score early to have any chance of coming back in this contest. Billy Conway with a tap penalty to Keith Rain. Another high tackle coming in from Brendan Hill on his former Leeds colleague Keith Rain. Penalty goes to Wakefield. Three of the props, in fact, on the field this afternoon are former Leeds players. That's Keith Rain and Roy Dickinson and Brendan Hill. The odd man out being John Glancy, but it's Kevin Harkham kicking for touch here. Finding touch with a big kick. Now can Trinity get some points on the board here and give themselves a chance? John Glancy getting a real head of steam up here as he comes from deep, but he doesn't get very far with Dickinson and McCallion there starting, waiting for him. Conway to Keith Rain. He's running across field, he's not making yardage, and he's driven back by Dick Fairbank. Lee Conway again to Mark Conway. John Thompson supporting Andy Kelly. Losing possession. Penalty to Wakefield Trinity. Dick Fairbank's not happy about the decision, neither is the Halifax captain Tony Anderson. They said he upended him, and I think Kevin Harkham will kick for goal here, trying to reduce that deficit. Now he's going to kick for touch, obviously, with 16 points between the sides. Actually, he's going to try and give Trinity a chance to erase 6 of them here. Going for the try. Billy Conway with a tap penalty, gives it to John Thompson. Drives it hard at the Halifax defence. Now it's Keith Rain. Tackle again there from Dick Fairbank. Billy Conway acting half to Mark Conway's namesake. Inside ball to Kelly. Kelly's got support in Billy Conway. Billy Conway's in for the try. Trinity have struck back immediately. 20 points to 8. You can see the Trinity fans there on that banking behind the goalpost. Delighted with that. Billy Conway will be delighted as well. That's his 3rd try of the season. And Wakefield Trinity back in the game at 20 points to 8 with a goal kick to come here. That was good support play. Andy Kelly did well coming in from deep. 44 minutes gone then in this match. And Billy Conway's try has given Trinity fresh hope. Really need this goal from Kevin Harkham though. Kevin Harkham then, he's got this wind at his back. It's blowing actually around this ground at the moment, but he takes his time with the kick and he puts it between the posts, and Wakefield Trinity then are right back in this game now at 20 points to 10. And everything to play for now. Been going some 45 minutes. 35 to go. And Steve Smith with the kick-off downfield towards Wakefield Trinity. The ball fielded on the full by Mark Conway. Runs it himself. Plays the ball to Fletcher, and Fletcher sidesteps away from acting half-back. Brendan Hill the tackler. Billy Conway now to Glancy. Glancy still going hard and strong at this Halifax defence. Referee trying to keep on top of things here. Things getting a bit hot out there. Billy Conway now to Keith Rain. Misses out Phil Eden. And the ball with Andy Fletcher. And Fletcher's off on a run. Tackled by Eddie Riddlesden. Plays the ball to Billy Conway. Out to Mark Conway. Thinks about a kick but then runs it. Looks for support but he didn't look early enough and he was collared there by Peter Bell. Conway now to Lazenby. Kicking downfield, high towards Steve Smith, and Steve Smith does well. He took that ball well, but he's got to run it. Billy Conway's there, so too is Luluai. Good stop by Luluai. 3 yards from the Halifax line here. So Trinity have got everything to play for. I thought the referee indicated a penalty, but he hadn't. He was just getting Wakefield Trinity back to 5 metres as Halifax now under pressure. Brendan Hill takes it the short side, but he's going to be driven towards the touchline. But not into touch. He keeps his footing, plays the ball now, comes to Roy Dickinson, and Halifax really being driven back by John Thompson and Luluai. Obviously Wakefield feel they can still retrieve this game yet. Les Holliday puts the kick downfield, left-footed kick down towards Andy Fletcher, and Kevin Harcombe going to have to move for this ball because there's chasers on. Harcombe takes it on the third bounce, tackled by the kicker Les Holliday. Harcombe now to Mark Conway, short to Johnny Thompson, drives into a tackle from Bell, gets the ball back to Mark Conway. That's the way to do it, keep the ball alive as Bell goes now, sidestepping through with a tackle from McCallion. Just 10 yards inside the Halifax half. 20 points to 10 for Halifax as Keith Rain comes driving onto this ball, tackled by Les Holliday. And he plays it to Billy Conway, short to John Thompson. Johnny Thompson looks for support on the inside. Andy Kelly was there, but it was a half-hearted run, I think, there. Billy Conway to Mark Conway. Chip kick over the top of the defence. There's John Glancy and Lazenby. Oh, and almost bounced into their hands there, but Scott Wilson did well for Halifax. Really did well, and he retrieved that situation superbly for the home side. But Trinity are really back in this game now, coming back hard and strong. But Brendan Hill with a break for Halifax. John Lyons with him. He's overrun him. He should have given him it. Brendan Hill there should have given John Lyons the ball early, the faster man. But it's still Halifax with Whitfield to Dickinson. Dickinson out to Tony Anderson, the captain, sidestepping back inside. Good football this by Halifax. Their best football of this second half. McCallion, out it goes to Hutchinson. The referee has disallowed it. He's given the penalty to Halifax. Well, there was no advantage, and the crowd bemused by that one. I think he's given a penalty for offside, which he really didn't play the advantage law. And Steve Smith kicks for touch, and Halifax have got 6 tackles here. 10 yards from the Wakefield Trinity line, leading Halifax by 20 points to 10. Roy Dickinson drives off 2 and 3 defenders, and he's about 3 yards from the line. McCallion to Brendan Hill, the big armoury going at the Wakefield defence here, but Trinity holding firm at the moment. McCallion losing it, goes between his legs, he didn't knock it on. Ball comes out to Anderson, a grubber kick towards the line. Fletcher's got to get back. Well, he overran the ball, did Fletcher. Incredible that. Fletcher overran the ball when he should probably have kicked it dead, and then the Halifax players couldn't touch it, and they missed a chance. And Billy Conway with a quick tap penalty. Good quick thinking by Wakefield Trinity. They've made good yardage there. 42 yards they made quickly. Lazenby to John Thompson. Well, it's game end to end now, it really is boiling up. Bell to Mark Conway, sidesteps, Jinks, gets the pass away to Keith Rain, out to Eden, play on says the referee. Eden's into his stride, looking for support on the inside, on the out, tackled eventually by Steve Smith. On the 25, Mark Conway to Thompson, out to Lazenby. Long pass there, a very loose pass indeed. Fielded by Phil Fox. Didn't go forward, said the referee. And it's Kevin Harcombe then with a high kick towards Eddie Riddlesden and Colin Whitfield. Whitfield takes it, former full-back of course. Takes the ball and gives it to Bell, and Bell drives forward. Really is end-to-end stuff now. John Lyons out to Dickinson. Holliday. Dickinson acting half-back, gives it to Fairbank. Fairbank blasts his way through a tackle from John Thompson there, but not the one from John Glancy. And now it's Wilson giving the ball to Brendan Hill. Luluai's there with him, and so too is Kelly. And the referee right on the spot. I think possibly a reprisal there from one of the Wakefield forwards for that earlier tackle that Brendan Hill did. In fact, it was James Luluai having a go, picking his weight there. But the penalty goes to Halifax. And Steve Smith then with the kick downfield, finding touch, giving Halifax another foothold in the Wakefield Trinity half. Dickinson comes forward, makes 10 yards. John Lyons, Dick Fairbank overran him, but the tackler John Thompson and John Glancy 20 points to 10 still for Halifax. Les Holiday to Peter Bell. Peter Bell then again playing the ball, this time to Les Holiday. Comes to the open side. Colin Whitfield. Jinks. Tries to get through. Can't do so. Les Holiday looking for an inside runner. Former Swinton captain, of course, Les Holiday. McCallion with a grubber kick over the top of the defence. That's well fielded by Phil Fox. Superbly fielded, actually. And he's going off on a run now, Phil Fox. Score of the first Trinity try in this game. Plays the ball now to Billy Conway. Out it comes to Glancy. Offside against Halifax, says Mr. Steele. And Mark Conway looking for a quick tap, and he does so, and he gives it to Lazenby. Lazenby's got Eden outside him. Eden bumps off Whitfield, comes back inside. Could have passed the ball, he didn't. Andy Kelly looks a bit sick that he didn't. Nigel Bell now for Trinity. Into a tackle there from Roy Dickinson. Next try might be crucial in this game, whichever way it goes, as Mark Conway kicks downfield towards the touchline. And the ball given dead. Tap for Halifax on the 25. This wind actually is stronger than most people think. And it certainly fooled Mark Conway there. Overhit that kick. And Halifax have the tap penalty with McCallion to Hill. Hill's into a tackle here from Glancy. And Billy Conway's there. Roy Dickinson now. In fact, it's Dick Fairbank coming on. They look alike, these two. In fact, Holiday to Peter Bell. Very much midfield stalemate at the moment between these two sides. McCallion to Lyons. Lyons jinking, weaving, looking for support. Gets it to Tony Anderson. Tony Anderson does well. The pass goes to ground. It touched a Wakefield man. He gives 6 more. Well, that was really an unfair advantage in my opinion, but the referee says 6 more tackles and Halifax have another chance. Dickinson stopped by Nigel Bell. The advantage law is sometimes farcical, and that was a classic case there. Touched a Wakefield man. There was never an interception here for Luluai. Luluai could go all the way, gives the ball to Phil Fox. Fox is away for the try. It's his second of the game. He almost ran dead, but he gets the try eventually. Well, Phil Fox gets his second try of the game, and Trinity right back in it now at 20 points to 14. Interception by James Luluai. Couldn't make it himself, but he found Phil Fox, and Phil Fox doesn't need much second bidding to take a chance like that, and he gets his second try of the game, and Wakefield Trinity right back in it now. And that's Phil's 9th try of the season. Well, not bad for a man who's been out for about 6 months. And Harkham should add the goal points, and that would make it 2016 all to play for. Harkham then kicks the goal, and Trinity back in it. 56 minutes gone here at Thrum Hall. Try from Fox. Goal from Harkham. Halifax 20. Trinity 16. What a game, what a comeback. Certainly it's indicative of the confidence now in the Wakefield Trinity side. As I say, 4 successive wins if they can manage a win today. And that would be 6 in the last 8 in league football. It really shows the turnaround in fortunes in recent weeks. The kick-off then fielded by Mark Conway, trying to beat Eddie Riddlesden on the outside, but he can't do so. But Trinity with everything to play for now. Keith Rain to Andy Fletcher. Andy Fletcher goes forward outside his own 25. He's tackled by Brendan Hill. And the penalty against Andy Fletcher. Kicking out in the tackle, says the referee. Well, will Halifax go for goal here and try and slow down this Trinity revival, or will they try and keep the pressure on? Steve Smith having a debate with his captain Les Holiday, and he decides eventually to kick for goal. Well, they certainly need the goal points, because that would put the 6 points margin between the sides again and make Wakefield have to score another try and a goal to get level. But 2 tries in 8 minutes, sorry, 12 minutes for Wakefield Trinity have changed the complexion of this game completely. Looked all over at half-time, 20 points to 4 they trailed. Now it's 2016 after tries from Billy Conway and Phil Fawkes and 2 goals from Kevin Harkham. 2016, but there's kick now for Steve Smith. But he's hit that one wide. It won't go dead either. Luluai will run this one out. Does well, gets over his dead ball line, so that's good play by Luluai. Trinity in possession with Mark Conway. Bellett acting half-back. Comes forward into a tackle there from Peter Bell. Johnny Thompson acting half to Mark Conway. Out it comes to Keith Rain. Keith Rain with the inside ball to Lazenby. Lazenby's off on a run. Well stopped that time by Dick Fairbank. He plays the ball now to Mark Conway. John Thompson's there in support. Turns, gets the pass back to Billy Conway. Billy Conway's made a big difference to this Trinity effort in the second half. Mark Conway's there as well. That's the support play Trinity lacked in the first half from this Trinity hooker Billy Conway. Keith Rain now to Eden. Eden's got Fletcher on the outside. Fletcher's away and he gives a kick downfield, but Steve Smith across the field. It well tackled that time by Billy Conway. Fearless, actually. You wouldn't think he'd had a serious jaw injury a matter of weeks ago. Roy Dickinson in possession now for Halifax. We really are up against it. 2016 the lead, but the confidence must be ebbing away from them after this comeback from Trinity. Les Holiday in possession. Turns and gets a pass away to Scott Wilson. Wilson with a loose pass to Smith. Retrieved eventually. But this is... Look at Halifax here, they really are being driven back, and Brendan Hill this time rocked by the tackle of John Glancy and Keith Rain. Trinity have got the tails up now, no question about that. John Lyons goes from acting half-back for Halifax on the 5th tackle. Kick downfield by Steve Smith into the wind. Harkham's back there to field that ball. Kevin Harkham then. Oh, almost thought about a pass, but McCallion was there. Could have been an intercept, but he said he'd hold on and did. Phil Fox now going forward. Nigel Bell to John Thompson. Ball comes now to Mark Conway, out to Keith Rain. Tracy Lazenby's into a run. A high tackle there from Colin Whitfield, spotted by Mr. Steele. Yes, it was high. Whitfield shakes his head, but he was high. Mr. Steele just tells him to keep the tackles down. Lazenby with a shrug of the shoulders gives the ball to Kevin Harkham. And John Thompson having treatment on the far side as Harkham finds touch here and gives Trinity another crack at this Halifax defence. 2016 the scoreline. Billy Conway with the tap penalty. Keith Rain's there. John Thompson's back in the action too. Billy Conway again, off he goes from acting half-back, looks for support, Mark Conway's there, jinks and weaves and goes forward, straightens and then goes back outside. Tackler is Roy Dickinson, 20 yards from the Halifax line now, been playing exactly 62 minutes and Andy Kelly goes forward. This is great comeback by Wakefield Trinity. Mark Conway gets a pass from his prop Keith Rain. Working the run around, Mark Conway. He's lost the ball, unfortunately, for Trinity. And Halifax breathe easily again. Brendan Hill. Playing the ball, it comes again to Dick Fairbank. Dick Fairbank drives it into a 2-man tackle. John Thompson there, but Trinity will be annoyed at losing that foothold they had in the Halifax 25, but they're tackling well and keeping them under pressure here. Peter Bell, the man tackle that time. McCallion now to Holiday, looking for a runner, nobody there. And that's the 6th tackle. Bad play by Halifax, and Roy Dickinson tells him so. Tells him he should have kicked the ball. Turning over 30 yards from your own line is not good football, and now it's Trinity with John Thompson. Oh, he gives a bad pass out though and loses possession, does he? Has Lazenby got it, or have Halifax got it back? We'll have to wait and see. It's Trinity ball with Billy Conway. Lucky to get away with that. As Keith Reid goes forward. Oh, he's going on the run, Keith Reid. Oh, he gives the pass to Brendan Hill. He gave the pass away after he'd done the hard work with the break. Possibly he might have called Brendan Hill, but should really have looked. And now it's Whitfield for Halifax. Everything to play for here at Thrum Hall. 20 points to 16 for the home side. And a penalty against Billy Conway for that tackle. Angelic look on the face of the Wakefield Trinity hooker, but the referee says it was a foul tackle and Halifax get the penalty, and Steve Smith will clear their lines. But there, twice we saw Wakefield with pressure on Halifax's line. Silly passes instead of steadying the game down, costing them the chance. And now it's Halifax just inside Wakefield Trinity half. Scott Wilson plays the ball to McCallion, on to Big Roy Dickinson, into a tackle there from John Glancy. They've been together almost all afternoon, those two. Now McCallion gives it to Holiday. Holiday gets Dick Fairbanks into his stride. Good break by the second row forward. Score of 1 try. A good tackle there from Eden. Plays the ball to Bell. Riddlesden's there. Good football by Halifax. This beats Glancy. And still going Eddie Riddlesden. Score of 1 try. Loser of 1 when he lost the ball, and looking for a second score here. McCallion to Holiday. Dick Fairbank. Interception. Andy Fletcher. Can he go the length of the field? There's cover coming across. Colin Whitfield. He stops and comes inside. Well, maybe 8 or 10 years ago Fletcher would have scored that try, but he hasn't got the legs these days. But he makes a good 70 yards. Now it's Mark Conway kicking for the line. Obstruction surely. Yes, says the referee. Well, drama of the highest order there. Andy Fletcher with the interception. Conway from acting half-back kicked for the line. Clearly obstructed. Shaken in the tackle as well. But the referee giving the penalty to Wakefield Trinity, and Lazenby with the kick here for touch. Or will it be a tap? Puts them all in on the full. There's players out all over the field here as Phil Eden gets attention, so too does Mark Conway, but it's Trinity here with a great chance here to have another crack at this Halifax line with John Glancy. Picked up bodily by Brendan Hill and then dumped. Plays the ball now to Billy Conway, goes from acting half. He's scored 1 try already with that ploy, and the Trinity fans really urging them on. Nigel Bell's going to score for Trinity at the corner. 20 points each. What a comeback this is. What a comeback this is from Wakefield Trinity. 66 minutes gone, and they're back on level terms, having trailed 20 points to 4 at half time. Nigel Bell gets the try. A crucial try indeed. And this must be one of the comebacks of the season. If Kevin Harkham can kick this goal, well, he'll be in the front for the first time. Astonishing fight back from Wakefield Trinity. This, everybody's had a real go, but Billy Conway's made a huge difference to them since he replaced Gary Price at half time, and that's no disrespect to Gary, but Billy Conway's midfield support in play. And so it's Kevin Harkham then with his kick from out on the touchline. It's a crucial one with the scores level. Pulls it too far across the face of the goals. So it's 20 points each here at Thrum Hall. Pardon? And Halifax with a substitution here, Jason Ramshaw on the field in place of second row forward Peter Bell. Kick downfield from Steve Smith. 20 points all. Mark Conway in possession for Wakefield Trinity, the man who put that kick in and allowed them to set up the position for that try. Riddlesden drives Wakefield Trinity back. But we can see the spirit which has saved Wakefield Trinity in the First Division this season in this second half alone. Andy Kelly was rocked in that tackle. Plays the ball, comes to Glancy. He's into a three-man tackle. About 69 minutes gone here at Thrum Hall. Everything to play for. Billy Conway again from acting half-back, making the break, looking for support. Andy Fletcher's there, slips, comes back inside. The tackler is John Lyons. Matt Conway back to Lazenby. He's got all the time in the world to put that kick downfield. Steve Smith's there for Halifax, but the chasers are there too from Wakefield Trinity. He hasn't got far to run before he meets one of them, and one of them is Nigel Bell. 20 yards from the Halifax line. Plays the ball to himself. Billy Conway's there. Plays the ball to Whitfield. Whitfield to Lyons. From Ramshaw to Anderson. That was a loose pass. He never looked, and Phil Fox was almost in on that ball. Hutchinson picked the ball up, and 6 more tackles, says the referee. But that was a loose pass from Tony Anderson. Jason Ramshaw now for Halifax in possession. 15 yards from his own try line. Halifax will lead 20 points to 4 at the interval now. 20 all here in this, the last First Division fixture of the season for Wakefield Trinity. McCallion, Brendan Hill in possession. It's been a splendid season for Trinity, and this second half has been just the same for them, as Holiday has possession. Halifax still in possession. In fact, it's a penalty to Wakefield Trinity, this. And there will be a chance at goal here for Kevin Harkham.
Do you want it back on?
If you can. So a chance here for Kevin Harkham then to be the glory winner. So Harkham with a chance to give Trinity the lead for the first time in this game. We've been playing almost 71 minutes. And Harkham, you can see the distance is about 30 yards out, angled. Proved a big match goal kicker since he came back into the side after that knee operation. But this would be a crucial one if he gets it. The touch judges look at each other, the signal wide. Colin Whitfield has possession for Halifax, so a chance gone there for Kevin Harkham. He's cursing himself there for missing that kick. And Halifax, are they off the hook, or is it just temporary? We shall see. Dickinson in possession, tackled by Billy Conway. Plays the ball this time to John Lyons. Comes now to Dick Fairbank. Fairbank, a tireless worker in the Halifax pack this afternoon, but tackled that time by Lazenby. McCallion acting half, gives it to Dickinson. Dickinson drives into a tackle from Billy Conway on the Halifax 25. Really have lost their tempo now, Halifax. Smith with the kick downfield. Billy Conway's down injured. Let's hope that's not a joy. He's certainly holding his shin. The touch judge is on the field as well, and the physio's on as well. There's problems. This could be a vital decision. If it's a penalty for Trinity, it could give Harkham a second chance. And the referee calls across John Lyons, an ex-Wakefield man. The touch judge is there, the Halifax captain's there. John Lyons. Spoken to by the linesman, spoken to by the touch judge, but the penalty goes to Trinity. Well, Kevin Harkham's got a better chance here to kick for goal. 20 yards out this one, just to the right of the uprights. It's just where he kicked, in fact, the second conversion of the game. And Trinity's fans behind the posts booing their former player John Lyons, as you can see, as he goes back between the uprights. Chance of reject, of course, but John Lyons is far from a reject. A good footballer in his own right. And a chance here for Kevin Harkham, though, to give Wakefield Trinity a 22-20 lead. It's right between the uprights, that one, and Trinity have taken the lead. They've come back from the dead here at Thrum Hall, trailing 20 points to 4 at half-time. They now lead by 22 points to 20. And that goal from Harkham. And Trinity wanting a substitute on. Gary Haggerty replaces John Thompson. "74 minutes gone here at Thrum Hall then. 6 minutes plus injury time remaining, and Trinity could complete one of the comebacks of the season. Nigel Bell in possession. The tackler is Les Holliday, trying to rive the ball from his grasp. Billy Conway acting half, gives it to John Glancy. Glancy straightens up and looks for support, but there's nobody there. He makes it himself. Goes his own way there, outside the Trinity 25. Billy Conway to Keith Rain. What a comeback this would be for Trinity if they can hold on to this lead now. Conway back to Lazenby. The kick downfield, hammered over the head of Steve Smith. He's got to take that. He takes it superbly, actually. But Billy Conway's there as ever. Half stops him, and Lulai's there to complete the tackle, and this could be crucial for Trinity. Penalty to Halifax. Well, Billy Conway was underneath the tackler, but the referee's penalised him for holding down. What a difference he's made to Wakefield Trinity this second half, Billy Conway. Not just with his support play, but with his chasing of these kicks and the tackling. His sheer enthusiasm is given to the rest of the side. But Halifax not dead yet. McCallion with the tap penalty, 10 yards inside his own half, gives it to Roy Dickinson, who takes it almost to the halfway. McCallion again to Hill. Hill's taken by Gary Haggerty, but Trinity have lost vital weight in the pack with the loss of John Thompson. McCallion now to Holiday, straightens it up, tackled by Keith Rain. Halifax throwing everything back at Wakefield now. John Lyons acting half, gives it to Tony Anderson, gets a pass out to Whitfield, out to Hutchinson. The last gasp throw here from Halifax. Hutchinson, 5 yards from the Wakefield Trinity line here. 22-20 to the visitors as Hill comes forward, 2 yards from the Wakefield line. Fifth tackle, says Mr. Steele from Dalton. Must be a kick on here from McCallion. Rebounds and fielded by Wakefield Trinity's Phil Eden. Is that the last chance? Keith Rain. Mark Conway looks for a gap, spots one, gets the pass away to Eden. Good football again from Trinity. Eden's away, gives the ball to Fletcher. Fletcher's off on a run. Riddlesgood's coming across, so to his Smith. Has he beaten him? No. Good tackle there by Steve Smith. Stops the Wakefield Trinity winger. But what football again from the visiting side here. Moving the ball from their own 25. Phil Eden again getting a good pass from Mark Conway and releasing Andy Fletcher. And the sign's looking good for Wakefield Trinity now. As John Lyons feeds the scrum, it comes out to Anderson. Whitfield in the line. So, well tackled that time by Phil Eden. Picked up almost like a rag doll and thrown to the floor. On the Halifax 25, John Lyons spots a gap. That's his party piece. He always spots a gap from half-back and makes the half break. But McCallion now to Dickinson to Anderson, who could be the danger man for the home side. That was a strong tackle from Gary Haggerty. Was it illegal? The referee says no. Jason Ramshaw not happy with it, neither are half the crowd on that far side. Referee stops the clock, and I can tell you there's about 4 minutes plus injury time remaining in this match. Everything to play for as Trinity leading by 22 points to 20 when all seem lost at half time. Glorious sunshine here at Thrum Hall, the best conditions possibly of the season. But Tony Anderson won't think so at the moment, he's down injured. Halifax then in possession, coming again with Les Holiday. The tackler is Andy Kelly. 22-20 the scoreline for Wakefield Trinity. McKelly acting half, gives it to Roy Dickinson. And Dickinson drives into a tackle, tries to unload over the top, but he can't do so. The ball's lost by Steve Smith, and it's lost again by a Trinity man. Play on, says Mr. Steele. Play on, says Mr. Steele, and that's Wakefield Trinity possession. With James Lulai. Plays the ball now to Billy Conway. Goes the blind side, looking for good quick yardage. But a penalty against Halifax for offside. Tony Anderson wasn't back the 5 metres, says Mr. Steele. And will Kelly Harkham have another goal here? Or will he put the pressure back on Halifax? Kick for touch, says David Topliss. The coach is telling him keep the pressure on. Harkham wants to go at goal, but they want to keep the pressure on. They're probably better wasting time actually down in the Halifax 25, just holding the ball for 6 tackles here. Nigel Bell with the tap penalty. Gives it to John Glancy. John Glancy straightens up and goes inside the Halifax 25. Buried between 3 tacklers there. Glancy to Bell. Out it comes to Mark Conway. The inside pass finds Andy Kelly, who's tackled on the Halifax 25. Mark Conway acting half. Works a run around with Billy Conway. To Lazenby. Well, since Wakefield Trinity have had a steady side with no injury problems, they've really mounted a good run. This would be their 6th win in 8 games if they hold on to a 22-20 lead here. Gary Haggerty, the substitute. Billy Conway gives it short to Keith Rain, to Eden. Ooh, and Eden just tackled that time by Colin Whitfield. Mark Conway puts the high one up. It's not gone very far, but Les Holiday's underneath it for Halifax. Not very much time left. Riddlesden for Halifax. And there in fact is the hooter. The final hooter. Wakefield Trinity have completed the comeback of the season. They trailed 20 points to 4 at half time. Phil Fox scored their only try, and the conceded ones to Riddlesden, Fairbank, Wilson and Whitfield. 2 goals to Smith, but since Billy Conway came on, Trinity have taken the game to Halifax. 44th minute try from Billy Conway, goal by Harkham. 56th minute try from Fox, goal by Harkham, 2016. Bell equalised with a 66th minute try. Then on 74 minutes, a crucial penalty goal for Kevin Harkham. Makes the scoreline 22 points to 20. And we shall have to see how the results go now to see whether that wins them a top 8 place. But they've certainly consolidated the first division place in style with 4 successive wins at the end of this season. Halifax 20, Wakefield Trinity 22.